lace part wig, but make it human hair. I'm about to give y'all all the tea on this beginner-friendly bob wig right now. What's up, guys? So I have another unit from BestHairBuy. This unit is their copper red bob unit. It has medium brown lace, and it is a T-part wig or a lace part wig, whichever you like to call it. It's got a little bit of lace on the edges and a curved lace part. I am going to start with styling this unit off my head first. I'm using my mousse, my Giovanni mousse, and I'm going to start putting the hair into place. It's still human hair, so you are going to have to mold it just a little bit, even though it's not as much as you would have to mold a frontal, since the part is already there. This unit does come pre-straightened and a little bit pre-styled, but I did wash my unit, so I'm styling it right now. But I do want to let you know, like, when you get it in the package, it will have like a little bit of hairspray on it already, and that is because it is pre-styled. So after the mousse is kind of dried and set in just a little bit, and I mean like maybe like a minute or two, I'm going through with my wax stick, and that is to help me set the hair in place even more and prepare it to run my hot comb through it. For the edges and the lace parting area, I'm relying more on the back of the comb to help me flatten and push it back. And that is because there's just not that much lace space for me to run the teeth of the comb through. So it's just easier to use the back of the comb to press it down. I am still running the comb, as you can see, through the hair parts of this unit, but I am relying on the back of the comb to flatten the front of it. So this is what the hairline looks like if you choose not to do anything to it, which you absolutely can choose. It's a lace part unit, but I did want to just break up that front hairline just a tad for my own comfort. This is optional, but you know, if you watch my channel, you already knew I was going to do that. And here you can compare the two sides to see, you know, what it looks like if you choose to pluck or if you choose not to pluck. This hair was super easy to straighten. I'm not using any other products to help me with that outside of just using the chase method of my rat tail comb there and the flat iron. Like it laid so easy. I straightened this hair in medium-sized sections because it's just pretty straight. Like even after you wash it, it's a slight wave in the hair, but it's pretty much already straight. You're just kind of perfecting the straightness, I guess you could say, with the flat iron. The hair is a silkier texture, but I wouldn't consider it overly silky. It still has some kind of element of texture to it, but it's definitely more of the sleek, silkier bob. Y'all see all this movement with the hair, and that's just the hair doing its thing. I didn't add any extra like shampoos or conditioners for bounce or anything. It's just moving. So initially when I began to put this wig on, I was feeling like, okay, this cap is a bit snug. Definitely would consider it small head friendly. But I noticed once I started getting into cutting the lace that freed up some space. So I would definitely say this is more like average size head friendly to small head friendly. I also peeped that even though this is on the snugger side of caps, it's still giving me full ear-to-ear coverage. I'm using my Got To Be Glued High Insta-Hold hairspray to secure this wig down. Now, you don't necessarily have to do this. If you were to put this on and feel like, I feel like it's not going anywhere, it's already pretty much laid, so you don't have to do this part. If you're familiar with synthetic lace part, T-part wigs, you already know what it is. You don't have to do this step. I personally chose to do this part because I was a little bit worried that the wig might slide back on me if I didn't, with the fact that it's a little snug. So that's why I secured it, but you absolutely don't have to if you don't want to.
don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt? I know you smell the perfume. Makeup.
Now, y'all have heard me talk about this a million times over. When you cut the lace, you want to cut in a zigzag or just cut jagged and use the tips of your scissors, or use little scissors, or you could even use pinking shears if you're familiar with sewing. That's what gives you a zigzag cut. And the reason we cut like this is because it gives you a more natural cut to your lace and helps you blend it a little bit better than just having a straight across cut on your lace. After the lace is cut, I'm giving it a little refresh spray. That's what I'm gonna call it. But basically all I'm doing is making sure that the front lace is still a little bit tacky before I put my scarf on. Because if it's dry when I put my scarf on, it's not gonna melt. Now you can absolutely leave it flat and sleek like that. Or for me, I just felt like I wanted a little bit more volume on the side. So I'm adding some face framing layers to the front of the wig because I'm gonna feather it. So I went in to add some baby hair to this hairline and I plucked it out to make it a little bit thinner. And then I'm cutting diagonally from my baby hair. When you have to create your own, you want to cut jagged and cut at an angle. So that way when the hair swoops, it just swoops better when you've cut at an angle. I'm using my edge control, my Ebin edge control, and I'm using that to do my swoops on my hairline. I like using edge control better than trying to use like Got2b or anything because I feel like it doesn't get too hard and leave residue. Now, I'm forewarning y'all, I got a little extra with the baby hair that I added, but I do go back and do a little bit less. But I just wanted to try something new, try being a little extra for once, just to see. And, you know, just to work on my baby hair skills, because y'all know I struggle a little bit. I added a little bit of hairspray to the top of my wig just to make sure that it stayed down flat and in place. And then I'm going through with my Maybelline Fit Me and I'm tinting that front line of lace because it was a little bit lighter than I was. And I'm also going to use that to go through my part and lighten that as well. I ended up using my LA Girl Pro Concealer because it was a little bit lighter in the part to make it more prominent. I cannot remember which color that was. I'm so sorry. But this was the final result. The hair came out so cute, so super easy and beginner friendly of a wig. If you're interested, details are down below in the description box. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.